Okay, so magandang araw din sa bawat isa. Now, let's continue our lesson for computer programming, and we are now in the part 2 ng ating week 1 lesson. And now, it's about understanding computer hardware and software. Okay, so for our objective for this class, our learning competencies, number 1 is to define and identify computer hardware components. So, ang goal natin dito, ma-define natin at ma-identify natin itong mga hardware components ng computers. And then, identify input and output devices and their functions. So, makita natin ano yung kahalagaan ng input devices, ano yung mga output devices na yan para makita din natin ano yung mga functions nila. And then, define software and distinguish is two main types. So, tingnan natin ano ba yung mga softwares na yan at ano yung mga types ng softwares. And to compare application and software and system software. So, application software and system software, yan yung two types na de-define natin mamaya at tingnan natin ano yung difference nilang dalawa. So, let's start. Pag sinabing computer hardware, it is referred to the physical components of a computer system that you can see and touch. So, anything that you can see and touch doon sa ating system unit. By the way, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito is yung desktop computers. Okay? So, these components work together to allow a computer to perform various functions like input, output, processing, and storage. Example na pwede nating makita sa computer hardware ng ating mga computers, it includes the processing unit, central processing unit, yung tinatawag nating CPU. Okay, for many times, ang akala natin, yung CPU, yung mismong box na ganon, yung box nung nakasama ng ating desktop computer. No, that's not CPU. That's CPU case. The CPU, the central processing unit, ay matatagpuan doon sa board ng ating computers. And we have this RAM, yung random access memory. We have this motherboard. We have this hard drives. We have graphics cards para naman sa mga gamers dyan at sa mga video o graphics editor. Ayan, mga graphics designer, yan, gumagamit yan ng mga graphics card. Monitor, napakahalaga niyan kasi dyan natin nakikita yung mga ini-input natin, and we have the keyboards and mouse. So, this is an example of a computer, desktop computer. So, ayan, makikita natin, lahat na nakikita natin dyan are part ng computer hardware. Okay? Physical yon, lahat ng physical. So, punta naman tayo sa internal parts or components ng ating mga computer. So, we have this central processing unit, ito tinatawag nating CPU, which is the brain of the computer. This is responsible for executing instructions. Diyan nakalagay yung pinaka-utak, o actually siya yung utak ng ating computer. So, responsible siya para makapag-execute ng mga specific instruction na ibinibigay natin sa ating computer. And we have this RAM, Random Access Memory. Ito naman yung temporary storage for data the computer is actively using. So, actively, merong data na ginagamit ang ating mga desktop computers at nakadepende yun sa laki din ng RAM kung gaano karami yung mailalagay nilang mga data temporarily. Kasi once we restarted or we shut down our computer, automatically, those data ay nawawala, binubura niya. And we have this motherboard. Syempre, ito na yung main circuit board that connects all the other components. So, dyan nakalagay si CPU, dyan nakalagay si RAM, connected din yung si hard disk drive, connected din yan si graphics processing unit natin or GPU natin, connected din siya si power supply unit natin. And then we have this hard disk drive o yung storage devices natin. Meron tayong HDD and solid state drive. Ito naman yung permanent storage for data including operating system. So dyan naka-install si operating system natin, mga application na ginagamit natin sa ating mga computers, and even yung mga files na inalalagay natin sa ating mga computers. So ngayon, nakita natin dyan, meron tayong tinatawag na HDD at saka yung SSD o yung solid state drive. Ano ba yung difference yung dalawa na to? Si HDD kasi gumagamit to ng magnet. So nakamagnet yung kanyang magnetic plate siya na kung saan doon ini-store yung data. So kung nakakita ka na ng CD, okay, so parang ganun yung principle. So, si CD, doon inalagay yung kanyang, umiikot siya, at doon ini-store yung kanyang mga data or information. Ngayon, pag nagasgas, there's a possibility masira siya. Kapag ka nabagsak, there's possibility na masira siya. Okay? At compare kay SDD, mas mabilis talagang mag-process si SSD compare kay HDD. Okay? Kasi si SSD, if you are familiar with USB flash drives, kung mapapansin mo, anilit lang ng mga flash drive pero ang laki ng capacity nila or ang daming pwedeng mailagay na information or data dun sa mga flash drive. So, it works the same with SSD. Okay? So, naka-board na lang siya. Kaya, wala siyang magnetic plate. Mas magaan siya, mas maliit siya, at the same time, ay mas mabilis yung kaya niyang pagpaproseso ng mga data na ilalagay sa kanya. And then, we have graphics processing natin. Pagdating naman kay GPU natin, it handles naman yung mga processing of visual information na dinidisplay natin sa mga monitors natin. This is very important, especially if you are a gamer, if you are a graphics designer. Napakahalaga na meron kang graphics processing unit or additional graphics card na ilalagay sa inyong mga desktop computers. And we have this power supply, okay, or unit natin. It provides naman yung mga power, all electrical power to all components. This is very important kasi siya yung magbibigay ng power supply sa mga parts ng ating computers. And we have these external components, monitor, syempre dyan display yung mga visual output natin. We have these keyboards kung saan nag-i-input tayo ng text or mga commands kung ano yung gusto nating ipaprocess para sa ating computer. Meron tayong mouse. Yan. So, pagdating sa may mouse, yan naman yung input device natin para ma-navigate natin kung saan tayo pupunta doon sa ating sa loob ng ating system unit, sa loob ng ating system, and para makapag-interact tayo sa may user interface. And we have other input devices like projector, microphone, webcam, scanner, joystick, and iba pa. Many more. At mga output, example naman ng mga output devices natin, we have speakers, printer, magnetic ink card, reader, barcode reader, etc. So, these are the examples of hardware computer. Ayan. So, nakikita natin dyan, meron tayong projector, external hardware components to projector, joystick, headset, speaker, web camera, another monitor, mouse, we have this keyboards, we have this camera, we can actually put camera in our computers, printer, or fax machine. Ayan. Ngayon, pag sinabi namang input and output or I/O devices, ito naman yung mga hardware components that allow the user to interact with computers. So, yung input devices kasi can send a data para sa mga computer at ano ang ginagawa? While output devices display or tinatransmit yung mga data sa inalagay natin sa ating mga computers. Common examples nga nito yung keyboard. So, when you press A sa keyboard, i-display naman siya sa ating monitor as letter A. And si mouse naman, or si mice, or si mouse, na ginagamit naman natin, siya naman yung nag-navigate. Example ito, ayan, yung kulay puti na nakikita nyo nakatutok sa output. So, ito yung ginagamit natin para makapag-navigate tayo within our computers. And we have printers then. So, another example of input-output devices are CD drives, DVD drives, and we have these USB drives, hard disk drives, floppy disk drives. So, yung floppy disk, hindi na natin ito ginagamit. Sobrang tagal na nito kasi sobrang liit lang ng data na kayang i-handle. Kung doon nagkakamali before, nasa 32 bytes lang or kilobytes lang yung kailangan mong ilagay sa kanya. Ganun lang kaliit. Mga flash rate natin ngayon, nasa 120 gig, 500 gig. Hindi ko alam kung nag-exist na yung 1 terabyte through our flash drive. So, yung floppy disk, hindi na talaga siya ginagamit. Ayan, example ng floppy disk. Okay? Floppy disk drive. And we have this another, mga input devices natin and output devices natin. Yung SSD, ayan, flash drive, CD drives, DVD drives, HDD. So, another parts in our computer ay yung computer memory. So, can be broadly classified into primary or internal memory and secondary external memory. Tingnan natin ano yung difference ng dalawa na yan. Pag sinabing primary memory, it is also known as the main memory and it is directly accessible by our central processing unit, which includes RAM, random access memory, and ROM, read-only memory. Okay? So, kasi sa kanila, temporary lang yung mga information or data na inalagay sa kanila. Once the computer was shut down, automatically they gonna wipe out those data. Ngayon, pagdating sa may secondary memory naman natin, ito naman yung nagpo-provide ng mga long-term storage. Ibig sabihin, pang matagalan yung mga storage. Even na na-restart mo yung computer mo, shutdown mo siya, possible na makita mo pa rin yung data o yung files na inilagay mo sa kanya, sa storage devices na to. Unless na lang, you're going to delete it. So, example nito, yung hard disk drive and SSDs natin. And even yung ating mga flash drives. So, for primary memory or internal memory, yung RAM, random access memory, this is volatile memory, meaning it loses its data when the power is turned off. It used to store data instruction that the CPU is actively using. So, pag active, ibig sabihin, gumagana siya. Yung read-only memory naman, this is non-volatile memory, meaning it retains its data even when the power is off. It used to storage firmware and boot instructions. So, ang kagandahan kasi dito kay ROM natin, dito natin kasi ini-store yung firmware and even the boot instruction ng ating mga computers. Kaya nga, kung mapapansin nyo, hindi ko alam kung na-experience nyo na, kapag improper yung shutdown, pag-shutdown ng ating mga computers, there is a chance na masira yung ating operating system. Kapag nasira ang ating operating system, hindi mag-o-open ang ating computer. At kapag hindi nag-open ang ating computer, then we need to, dalawa yan pwedeng ma-repair yung ating operating system or we need to reformat ang ating mga computers. And we have this cache memory, a small and fast memory that stores frequently accessed data. So, yung mga usually ginagamit nating mga data, dun kay cache memory inlalagay. Acting as a buffer between the CPU and main memory to speed up the processing. So, kumbaga, temporarily ilalagay niya muna sa kanyang lagayan yung mga data na madalas nating ginagamit. So, kaya lagi siyang ilalagay doon kasi madalas nating ginagamit. Nang sa gayon, kapag inopen natin, mas mabilis siya ma-open. Example nito, when we are opening our Google Chrome, may mga times na kapag bukas ng ating Google Chrome, ang bagal niya for first time use. Pero habang tumatagal, ginagamit natin siya, pabilis siya ng pabilis. Bakit? Kasi nag-i-store siya ngayon ng mga cache memory. Okay? Dahil nag-i-store siya ng mga cache memory, mas mabilis nating na-open ngayon yung mga data or yung mga files na gusto nating ma-access or ma-process, yung mga process na gusto nating i-process. So, example of memory in computer, SSD, graphics memory, we have the flash memory, yung tinatawag nating flash drives, ROM, RAM, and HDD. So, pag sinabing secondary memory, ito naman external memory natin, hard disk drive. Ito yung magnetic storage devices that provide large amount of storage capacity. So, malaki yung capacity niya. Ibig sabihin, gigabytes yung pinag-uusapan natin dito na mailalagay natin na mga store information. And we have the solid state drives, yung SSD na tinatawag natin, which this one is a flash memory naman na may store natin yung data, which is offering faster performance than HDD. Mas mabilis siya kasi flash memory yung gamit natin dito. And other devices like flash drives, USB flash drive, memory cards, optical discs, yung CDs and DVDs, Blu-rays. Now, in addition to this memory, can be categorized by its volatility. Yung volatile memory, which is loses data when the power is off, and yung non-volatile naman memory, nire-retains naman niya kahit na without power off or even with power off na yung ating system unit. And softwares. So, syempre, meron tayong hardware, meron tayong software. Yung hardware, yung mga physical na makikita natin sa ating mga desktop computers. And then, yung nilalaman naman ito sa loob para mag-operate itong mga hardwares na to, software naman ang ginagamit natin dito. Software refers to the program procedures and routines that enable a computer excuse me, ayan, and routines that enable a computer to perform a specific task. So, it's the tangible, non-physical part of computer system. So, it is intangible. Hindi siya nahahawakan. Non-physical siyang part. Kasi nga, contrasted with hardware, which is the physical component. Essentially, software is the set of instruction that tells the computer what to do or how to do it. Okay? So, si software ang nagsasabi o nagbibigay ng instruction kung ano ang gagawin ng ating mga hardware devices. And we have these two types of software. Yung tinatawag natin system software at saka yung application software. So, basahin natin. System software, this includes the operating systems like Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and other programs that manage the computer's resources and provides a platform for other software to run. So, si system software, ito yung basic need para mag-turn on yung ating hardware o para magamit natin yung ating hardware. So, example nga nito yung Windows, which is yung marami sa atin ang ginagamit at kilala talaga natin siya. Example yan, Android operating system, iOS, Linux operating system, Microsoft Windows operating systems. Yung application softwares naman, ito naman yung mga software designed to perform a specific task for the user. Such as word processor, web browsers, games, and more. So, example ng application software. Halimbawa, binuksan mo computer mo. Nakita mo doon yung Google Chrome. That's an example of application software. Gusto mo mag-type at mag-print, gumamit ka ng Microsoft Office like Microsoft Word. That's an example of my application software. So, application software are nakadesign siya to perform a specific task for the user. So, naka-program siya para mag-perform ng specific task. For example, games. Ayan. So, kung Roblox, kung naglalaro ka pa ng Roblox, Minecraft, ayan. Warcraft. So, iba't ibang mga games. Yan ay mga example ng application software. Mozilla Firefox, Gmail, YouTube, ayan. Google Docs, and we have this Google Drive. Now, for the function, software allows user to interact with the computer. That's all. And performs various functions from basic tasks like word processing to more complex operation like video editing and game development. Ayan. So, I think that's all for our lessons. Prepare for a short quiz na ipopost ko next day para naman sa ating evaluation kung ano yung mga natutunan mo or na-retain sa'yo with this video. So, if you have questions, don't hesitate. Mag-send ka lang ng video, PM, personal message, or doon sa ating group chat so that I will be able to address that questions. Thank you.